Hello, you. How are you today? And this is my guy who's very angry. Oh, wait. Look at the face. Looks so angry and determined with a cold, it looks like. It looks like he has a very red nose like Rudolph. So today we are back with some scrap mechanic, and we have something kind of cool that I started a couple days ago, not even a couple days, like yesterday. It's something I like to do in a lot of games where it has building mechanics, and that is building a city. So if you look over there, you can kind of see, a start of it. There's still a lot that is not done. There's going to be a lot more added to it in the future. But it's kind of a start for how I want things to kind of work. So as you can see, it's kind of elevated up. We are in a flat map. I'm going to grab, here's my lift. We will just jump up here real quick. Maybe. That's the only bad thing is like one block too high to where I can't. Oh, never mind. Most of the time I cannot jump up. Okay, let's turn. Oh, turn it the wrong way. No. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So this is my crappy Jeep. I was just making it real quick. The front suspension is way down so much that's why it's tilted forward to look like a hot rod. That was not intentional. It just happened to be that way. Okay, yeah, so this is what I have so far for the city. So this is kind of this. Oh, you son of a bitch. And there we go, I fixed it. Okay, so this is what I got so far. So this is how wide the roads are going to be. That way it actually fits all, size of vehicles, hopefully. So the roads are pretty big. They're like 2 full, blocks wide. I don't know how you would, call that, full length, if you can go with a block. I don't know how you pronounce that. But we got some buildings here using a lot of windows because I want to add, a lot of stuff like that. And the main building here, though, is this one right here. So this one is where all the things will be built for now. So this vehicle was built in this shop. So that's basically what this place is going to be for. Oh, hold on, I forgot we have a sensor there. There we go. We're back open. And so, yeah, every single vehicle that will be made in here. Like I said, this is where this one was built. And, this is kind of back it up a little bit. And we will park it. And I will show you some of the machines I have been using and that I've made to kind of make things a little bit easier for me for building a city. Yeah, so this is the shop. So we have this right here. So even when we have a lift, what this will do is this will allow us to get underneath a little bit more. Without having to, crouch and everything like that. So that's what the whole point of this is for. These right here are for this. We press these and they lift up. That way we don't need to jump up so much. We can just stand on these and kind of work on a vehicle without having to, put more blocks down to jump up on it. And it can just be more of a hassle. So that's what these are for. So I'm really trying to think of everything that can make my life a little bit easier when it comes to building this city. I'm finally starting to get a little bit better with the controller and how some of those things work. But I'm still kind of, starting that. And we also have a upstairs, which a lot of this is kind of just for aesthetic purposes, like the racks over there. Not really useful in any sort. But up here is where we will build the helicopters and stuff like that along with everything else. Because again, I want this to be a multi-purpose shop. So we're actually going to be using this area. This building will be used the most out of everything. Until one day we upgrade and make a bigger one because we need to. So I'm going to just kind of leave that car. Actually, let's go pull around back. So we have a back garage door here, which is mainly what I use for it's parking a lot of vehicles. So you can see 2 of them right there. So these 2 machines right here are meant to help me with building some of these buildings. So I will grab this and I will show you what this one does. I use this machine to build these first 2 buildings. So it's just basically a pretty simple build, in my opinion. So basically we'll put that down. And I'm guessing you guys can already see what this does. But what we can do is we can unload that door, jump up. So, it's kind of hard unless you want to keep placing blocks and scaffolding to get all the way up to there. So I made this to go all the way up to there. That way I don't have to climb. I can just press a button and then I'm there. The only bad thing about this is the fact that if I want it to stop here, I can't really get it to do that. That's one thing that is kind of a pain. But as you can see, I can access more tall places without, with ease pretty much. And I use this thing on this building along with that one. But there was only one problem with this machine. And that was the fact that it's good, but it doesn't really go up too tall. So I needed a taller one because at some point I want to build taller buildings than this. So the machine over here is what that is for. So this one actually took a little bit longer to build, and it is a little bit bigger, and you'll see why. So I'm going to show you a couple things on the ground first, and this one has a lot more mechanics to it. So what we can do is we will climb in here. You can see this is rotating up. This is where we stand. So what we're going to do is hit this first. So you can see all the motions for it and everything. So it kind of builds up, and it will go all the way up a lot taller than the one we just saw. This will allow me to build a lot bigger skyscrapers. So right here we have these coming down to kind of keep the thing in place from moving, since there is a lot of momentum with that thing moving up. But then also to keep it from moving, I added these lock mechanisms. These lock mechanisms here. Finally got that word out, even though I'm a retard. So that's basically here to kind of keep it from swaying too much. And so what that does is it's activated by this sensor. So once the sensor detects that this thing is coming back down, it will get rid of them so it doesn't interfere with, the mechanical side of that. So unfortunately, we can't get it back down since we're not on it. It's not made to really be used like that. What we're going to do is we'll knock that out. So what we're going to do is actually get on the thing now. Here it is. So the red button here, it takes us up. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty safe machine. I mean, you kind of feel very comfortable in it. It doesn't shake you around too much, which is fantastic. Took a lot of time to get that to work properly, but it finally did pay off. But as you can tell, we're already a lot higher than the other one that we were on originally. Only problem was we don't have as much walkway space. I mean, that one had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 walkway spaces. This one only has 1, or does it? We hit this. And now we have 3, so now we can walk around up here and, get a feel of everything. I use this to build that building, because this building was actually a pretty big building, if you can imagine. I mean, look how big this thing is. So, there's only one other thing that I didn't think of, and that was the fact that, okay, so I'm up here, but what happens if I need to get over to that side of the building? Like, say it was where that thing is right there. I need to get over to the other side. Well, I thought about that, actually. So I hold this down, and it will actually start moving the machine so I can get over towards that. Actually, doesn't seem to be working too well. It could be because we have the things down there. So what we have to do is go back down. Uh-oh, hold on. Whew, I got that done just in time. Got to make sure we close that first. There is a sequence to this. Yeah, but this city will grow rapidly. And one thing I'm going to be really excited for, and I think will be really cool, is making like a drag strip. Making like this road like the main focus of all that, because what this can do is allow us to do drag races with friends and stuff like that. And then also, like, when we have a lot more buildings done, I mean, maybe just like flying through the city and stuff like that. And I think there's a lot of potential for it. So the last machine that we have to show you guys is this one right here. Now, this machine was actually not my original idea. I actually got the idea originally from another YouTuber, which his name is, I cannot remember off the top of my head. But he used this for a bridge, but I wanted to make my own for roads. So what this does is, I will just turn this on. So since this road is a little bit bigger, we have this here to access the wider parts of the road. But I didn't want to make it too big because I wanted to fit on the smaller roads as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn the sensor on to 4. And as you can see, it is now moving forward. And once it gets to the end here, it will stop because it does not detect any surface anymore. Just like that. Oh, it's actually stuck on this. Whoops. There we go. So now what I do is I come over here. I do a full length block. I'm going to skip this section because that's where the sensor is. And I just keep doing this. How come did I not do a full block there? That was weird. I thought I did. And do the same thing over here. Do it one more time. Boom, just like that. Okay, now we come back to this side. We do this one again. And now, as you can tell, it keeps moving forward as you go without you having to jump and do a lot of, random stuff. So it allows you to just kind of stay in the same place and just work from that area. And it just keeps moving on its way for you. And this thing is pretty big, as you can tell. I mean, it doesn't look like it needs to be that big. But the only reason why it is this big is because of this part here. Since it's hanging out so far in front of the machine, you need to have a lot more weight on the back, because weight does play a big deal in this game. So that's one of the main things why it's so big. But I definitely like this machine the most, I think, mainly because of the fact that it allows me to just kind of relax and do it very effortless. You know, it just takes a lot of effort off of it. And the reason these are down here was I had a original one that I made, but it kept wanting to veer off course. So these are here on the center lines of the road to kind of keep it on a straight path. That's exactly what these are for here. The wheels kind of keep it going. And yeah, so it's a very simple machine, but it works so well, and I'm going to love it. But yeah, the city's actually coming along very well. I'm actually liking how it's looking so far. There's still a lot more to be done, like we said, but it's going to come along, I definitely think. And you're probably going to see a lot more videos on this, you know, from me, and just showing, like, how the city actually progresses over time and what we add, because I already have some ideas for, like, racetracks, mini games, stuff like that, just so, you know, friends can come on and play, and we can make videos together and just do a lot of random stuff like that. So thank you for watching, guys. Please rate and subscribe if you did like this video. So thank you very much for watching. It is greatly appreciated as always. And this is a crappy car, and we will make a better one at some point. So I will see you guys for the next crap mechanic video.